And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, it's Stafford. Rolling to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Stafford on third down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spoil the play before he gets there.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D Ford picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
On first and 10, here's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Lance now on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And he's going to go down again. Ernest Jones. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Oh, look at this play call. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. On 1st down, Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a give, right side. It's Mitchell. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw, it's Lance. And this is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 25 on second down, Stafford, he'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now Lance. Flush to his right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Shotgun now for Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lance now to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Lance. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot for the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Rolling to his right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Touchdown! George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And that is incomplete here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Lance again. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Mitchell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This call down near the goal line. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for two. Looking to throw. Lance. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more.
So the two-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all three touchdowns, CD, and converted now two of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards.